Hello everybody, welcome back to this DreamHack Pro Circuit Valencia B stream. My name is Stumpy. I'm aiming to lead you through all of these matches. I'm bumbling a little bit. We're having like nice meanders like through the countryside through this tournament. And I'm joined in my passenger seat by Doomsy. You alright, mate?
Hey, what's going on? You alright, buddy?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Yeah, I'm just taking us for a little, the country view. It's not the most efficient route. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the scenic route around Valencia.
But it's the most fun.
Exactly, mate. Exactly. Anybody could do this job well. So the next game we're going to be going to is G2 versus Ghost. So Ghost, obviously, we just saw them play, and they just won their match versus Method. Now they're facing off against one of the big three in G2. We should just get straight into this game. They've already started, and we can just discuss what we think about it once we are in.
Let's go for it.
Let's go, baby. So obviously G2 came second in New Jersey in RLCS Season 7. Ended up outlasting the rest of the guys from the big three teams in North America. Do you think they're going to be able to take down the mid-table Ghost?
I reckon so. G2 have noticeably been, a very sketchy LAN team. So it was finally, in last RLCS, they really put on a good show. So if they can keep that up, they can definitely take this one.
It's definitely one of those games where you see the clear favourite. But does the clear favourite actually end up taking it?
Yeah, basically,
that's my worry.
This is all on G2, this game here. It's up to them how if they want to win or not.
Yeah. I think even if Ghost play out of their mind, we're not going to see a win for them unless G2 drop the ball. But hey, Ghost could also completely prove us wrong. Definitely here goes on the offensive, Rizzo catches it and then goes for a nice seaming touch, gets it over the top. Memory helps it along its way. Leftimir has to sort of deal with the fallout of that. Now JNap's above the goal. It's lofted and Leftimir can clear it, hitting that ceiling, so reduces distance just that slight amount. Doesn't matter as Leftimir once again gets on some contact. 1.5 minutes, not seen too much action from Ghost, but a nice catch there from Left, completely catches Chicago by surprise.
Yeah, those are the 1v1 plays that we can see from Leftimir. They're good control, and he still takes it to Illusion, so it's all about, keeping the pressure in any way he can. He did a very good job. That is sensational accuracy from JNap there. To place that bang into the top right corner is great work. A lovely pass from Chicago to pass it off the sidewall into the middle. Memory doesn't really have a hope in the world of getting that unless his reactions are god tier.
That was beautiful. That was so well done. Like you said, the pass is, I think sometimes those passes can be a little bit dodgy if your third man isn't ready to take that shot, and then it could just be an easy counter-attack. It's been centered for the opposition. But if it can go well, then obviously you can have some boomers like.
Yeah, it's all about knowing what space your teammates are in as well. Like, even if the second or third man pass, it might not be risky if the third man is in a lot of space. So it's a good thing to communicate that as well.
Yeah, for sure. Rizzo trying to go up on this left wall over towards Chicago. Gets dropped down really nicely. Chicago was waiting there for a long time. I'm surprised he wasn't sort of bumped out of the way by the defender. Sort of get him out of the box, but so he could just be that little bit of a nuisance. If he picks up 100 boost, he can now go for something a little more boost intensity. Maybe follow it up. No, Rizzo will take it instead. Rizzo attempts to go for the double, but cleared really, really well from that backboard by Illusion. I think not a huge amount of pressure here from Ghost, but also not really from G2. It's just a lot of midfield game along with a load of boomers in the centre. So from each end. So
yeah, G2 at the moment seem to be sort of keeping it close to their chest in their half, and they seem to be quite comfortable with it. They're not too concerned, it looks like, and I think they're just waiting for an opportunity to break out of their half rather than try to force anything risky. Yeah. Ooh, that could have been a golden opportunity there for Rizzo. Just misread that off the corner ramp from the ceiling.
Oh,
I thought they pitched that in.
Yeah, so did I. I thought it might be a little bit speedier than it was.
Chief Mitchell.
JNap's stealing that boost as well away from, I think it was Memory. And now JNap's going for the double. You will not bet against him when he's got the chance to go for those double touches. He secures that 2-0 lead over Ghost, and is pretty much cementing game number 1 because it's going to be hard to come back from 2 with just over a minute left, especially against G2.
Oh yeah, if G2 play, you know, how they're playing as well, in terms of their being safe in defense and not trying to force any counters unnecessarily, then yeah, I think this 2-0 lead they can hopefully hold.
They'll obviously going to be aiming to hold on to this 2-0. Or just try and extend it a little bit more. The best offense, so this defense in Rocket League is undoubtedly offense.
Best offense is also a good defense.
I disagree. You are silly to say. Can't believe you
just hit off the ceiling. That's what you got to do.
Very true. I'm fully in for that method.
Yeah.
Rizzo doing a nice little carry, but doesn't really get too far. Again, just wasting time. Just making it so that even just 1, 2, or 3 seconds is going to be enough just to mean that an offensive cannot be forward by Ghost. Chicago getting in the way. Not too much thought of where it's going, just as long as it's away from the Ghost attackers. 20 seconds for Ghost, though, to bring something to the table. See if G2 will fold under that pressure. They do not thus far, though. JNAPS is up absurdly quickly, and Chicago is able to slot it in underneath the defender. Look how quick JNAPS is up here. Over Lethamyr, and then down to Chicago.
The passing G2 are doing out of defense is the best I've seen yet. You know, they're always in the right position with each other. They always got third man back, and then they got 2 people to just work with each other. And right there, that was great speed between Chicago and JNAPS to get that goal.
Now this 3-0 is going to be impossible to come back from. They do not have the time to do it. Can they get a goal just to make themselves a little bit happy with how game 1 has gone? Does not look like it. No. In the end, that is the first win for G2. They're going to be taking it in a pretty easy, pretty relaxed, confident style. They didn't really seem like G2 were rushing too much there. So they were panicked.
Nah, G2 played very, very cleanly. They didn't force themselves into situations that might be disastrous for them. Weren't playing too risky, but at the same time, they weren't afraid to have their front 2 players commit to some offensive strategies, and then have the third man, you know, relax a little bit and make sure they got a good defense. So yeah, I imagine if they carry on playing like that, I don't expect GT to concede too many goals. And if they do, it would likely be because Ghost would come out with some great passing play, a great, wonderful, you know, out performance, as opposed to GT making a mistake.
Maybe the third man gets a little bit too cocky, ends up going right towards the front, and it just gets lobbed at one point with a decent clear. But again, I wouldn't necessarily anticipate that, because G2 do just seem to be solid round the board. They seem to have really learned from this most recent season of RLCS, because they're not getting all flustery on land like they used to. They're not panicking. They're very much taking their time, but making sure they're dominant with it. I mean, JNAPS his speed, even in just that game, has just amazed me. If he can continue that, I really don't see him being beaten in many areas in this series going forward. Now, game number 2 is well on the way. The offense starts in the G2 half. Oh, that's good. That's double ceiling.
Almost double ceiling. Got the flip reset though. Oh, that was good effort from JNAPS there. Just couldn't quite get the extra dunk.
That would have been very, very nice. No, yeah, I think we're just going to see something nice again come from
that.
I was going to say come from G2, but in the end, you said about these individual plays. Memory goes low here, gets it round the side of one defender. Illusion then goes and flick over the top, just shy of the crossbar, and Ghost now are in the lead with just 30 seconds gone.
Yeah, they're going to be loving that one. That's exactly what they need to maintain possession, get a good outplay over G2 there.
The first goal that G2 concede of the series. Obviously, this is now Group C and D we're witnessing, so there's no threat at the moment of going out or anything like that. But this game is obviously the second game that these teams have played. Whoever wins this will be advancing to day number 2. So those are the stakes these guys are playing for. If they lose, they still have one more chance to make it in.
Oh, the 1-2 almost. Chicago and JNAPS. That last pass from Chicago just a bit too far for JNAPS to get. That was good. Great idea to have it at a 1-2. Because the initial pass from Chicago, if it was an infield pass to shoot for JNAPS, it wouldn't quite work. It would have been instant. Lovely save. Oh.
Right, I want to see that save again. I'm happy they scored. Because this save was just squoze off the post. JNABS just about makes it in. Lethamir, nice recovery as well. He nearly actually gets to Chicago's shot and everything. But he just has not got that distance made on his jump from that sidewall with the flip. The G2 do end up evening out the score.
There's a good demo there. Strong from memory. Opens up for Lethamir. Unfortunately, didn't quite have the boost to wrap around and get a shot on target. We're seeing a lot of control from Ghost, especially from memory and Lethamir as well.
Memory's doing really well with just keeping the ball as close to him as possible.
Absolutely.
He's not really messing about with sort of booming it and trying to chase it. He's keeping it close, go for a lot of these dribbling plays where G2 don't seem to be able to deal with that.
Oh, pinch save to the ceiling.
Team pinch save. And across. Come on. Oh, Lucian. Come on, man.
How did he play well?
That was nice.
That's some great work. That's some great work there. You know, wrapping it around, that Rizzo control around was lovely. But Chicago getting the second goal for G2 and his second goal off the game. Nice little bump onto Rizzo. Passes off. You know what? Rizzo's like, you know what? I feel bad for that. Here, have a ball back, Chicago.
Passes some of that talent.
Exactly. Trading talent.
And Chicago has been such a good pickup for G2.
Absolutely. He's come so far. Like he's improved so much as a player, and he's the perfect fit for this team.
He is absolutely phenomenal with these other two guys. Obviously, Kronovi was a huge name for them to have dropped. I mean, a lot of people were thinking, is this really the move for? But then you look at their, they have it. And Evil Genius than they ever have when he was on their side. So Chicago, one of the most influential players for two teams, but only one of them is lucky enough to have it.
Another piece of control there from memory. Just keeping it close to his chest. Pressure now. All on. Ghost half, and Chicago gets his third goal and his hat-trick of the game. Lovely speed again. We're saying about JNAB's speed. Right there, he lands, and as soon as he lands, he just double jumps and taps that ball off the corner wall, allowing Chicago to score. This speed is doing wonders for G2 right now.
Yeah, I really feel like it's just something that can't be matched. Like sometimes you can sort of outplay somebody else on the other team, and they might generally be better than you, but you can just outplay them by doing like a little fake or something like that. But there's just that raw skill of being quick is something that can't just be taught over the course of the series, you know?
Absolutely. Well, it's also not only is he so quick, he's just quick and accurate. Like,
yeah.
A lot of players can be quick, but they just sacrifice a lot of their accuracy because of it. But JNABS, it just seems like he just goes at crazy speed, but still gets very good touches and passes to his teammates.
So with just over a minute remaining, G2 looking like they're going to be the ones taking it. It's a pretty shutout series. What a save by memory, though. Rizzo going for one. Goes for the second. I thought he might get it more central with the second touch. Instead, just hits it back to basically the same place.
Yeah,
gets it nice and high. Just Lethamir can get there. Not much of a drop.
Yeah, Ghost Gaming's having to defend quite a lot, but their goalkeeping is doing pretty well. They're just not trying to find. They're racking up the saves, but they just can't quite get anything out. They're getting chokeholded by G2 speed at the moment.
Yeah, they are, though. As soon as there's a bump and a demo comes out and a double commit on the side of G2, we said it'd be down to them to making the errors. Then you hear that demo as well on the other side as well. Then memory can come round, get that goal. Now 35 seconds. Are Ghost able to bring this second game back and get a win to then go up against G2's one win in the first game? And that side was cleared far by memory. Can he secure that double touch? No! Chicago there gets a sensational clear. Rizzo tries to go for it. Does so off that ceiling. Chicago reads it really nice. Now JNABS is the only one back. Lethamir up. Can he drop it? He does so. But not in a position where Rizzo can't get to it first. Now Lethamir at the back can get a touch. Let's go a little bit further open than he wanted. Now awkward bounce. Is an orange player going to come in? Yes, but memory is going to be able to get that save now. Rizzo blocks it in the mid. This needs to now stay up, otherwise G2 win this game. This is going to be dropped, and G2 to win this game indeed.
Yeah, very well played from G2 there. I think that was the only mistake, serious mistake that I saw from G2 in this whole series so far, where, you know, I think it was JNaps and Chicago double committed, causing, plus the demo on Rizzo, causing Memory to basically come in and just play cleanup crew. So, you know, G2, if that was their one mistake, I mean, that would be fine for the rest of the series if they could just keep playing at that same level. But it's their speed, it's their accuracy. It just seems to be that step above Ghost at the moment.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those things where it's now just a point of raw skill, like versus another point of raw skill, and just G2's is just that amount higher that Ghost is struggling to just hit the ball and control the game in the same way. I mean, Memory is doing a really good job, like we were saying, of keeping the ball nice and close to him, being able to secure a lot of these challenges that do come his way, but it's then just trying to work his way through the defense, or a couple of them working their way through the defense in order to then get a goal from it. That's sort of where they're struggling. Again, they're only getting goals when there's an error on the side of G2, not necessarily when there's a good play coming out from Ghost, because G2 do still deal with that.
Well, their first goal, Memory controlled it when they went 1-0 up. Memory controlled it, pushed it out to Illusion, who then basically, it was like a dribble pass, passed Illusion, and then Illusion lobbed it over G2's third man. So, you know, they have done some great shots where they've outperformed G2.
Now, game 3 is the one where G2 could fully sweep Ghost and secure their place in day number 2. They're going to want to do that in one way. That means they can head to the hotel bar and have some cups of water with the lads.
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
It's a hot day out there. I mean, it's hot in Valencia. It's 30 degrees.
Hot in England. Well, not like...
Wait, even Antarctica is hot.
Oh my, global warming does exist. Crazy. A
great pinch. I feel like, I think, whilst it may not look like JNaps did a smart thing there to try to get the 50 but pinch it inwards as a 50, because he knows there's going to be a lot of power, depending on how fast his opposition comes to the ball.
Yeah. Nice touch from Memory, but it just doesn't go far enough. In the end, Rizzo is able to get a nice little shot into the bottom right corner. A really good dunk by JNaps as well. Memory was actually a little bit shocked. I thought he was in a better position for that. Instead, he was just sort of sitting underneath it for about 5 seconds. Did not anticipate the ball to come down, necessarily that on top of him. So G2, they're getting this early lead. And they have 4 minutes to hold it or extend it.
And we were singing about Memory's praises of how he's controlling the ball, and that goal there, that was a situation where he definitely could have controlled the corner rather than pass it out with an attempt to save it.
I think he was in a really tough position, right?
It is it's hindsight's 2020, but that's like a key example where
like it came down so quickly, just onto his head, like straight away.
Sure.
That I feel like, like you say, hindsight 2020, but it's so tough in the moment.
Memory's got the bump for JNaps.
That was such a good fake. Just like saying, oh, when am I going to do it? When I'm going to do it? I'm not going to do it.
Hello, JNaps. Bump.
Yeah.
You're just so stunned that someone's so slow and still bumping you. Just watch him do it. Like, were you actually trying to bump me at that speed?
Why are you doing it?
Oh! Definitely there. Definitely could have, it's so difficult to read those ones, but that was definitely an opportunity there.
Nice touch over the top by Memory. That's dropped central, actually, by Rizzo as well. Chicago can get there. Pretty quick sticks. As can left. Really nice and fast. But Rizzo has read that for about a second away.
Yeah, that was impressive from Rizzo there. Like, he basically was pre-jumping there. Was like, you know what? He's going for some kind of error. Might as well challenge ASAP, which is good to see, because you always want to challenge as soon as you can as first man.
Yeah.
G2 now with pressure. Good save again from Memory Illusion. There's a lot of double commit saves though coming in from Ghost, and that's an issue. If you double commit a save, it means that it's going to be more difficult for you to clear it. You're more likely to get the save, but less likely to then, maintain possession and get it.
Yeah.
Lovely pass into Chicago. And a great save from Illusion. That's excellent work from both squads, really.
Yeah, that was a really nice pass. Fortunately, JNaps can't quite hit that ball. Rizzo goes around the world. He's going to go for that wall pinch as well, but Lethamir cuts him off nice and early. Goes back to Rizzo, again can't get the hit. He's now on 0 boost, going to have to work his way into a corner to pick of 100. He can't get too many of these pads.
That's a lovely 50. The 50-50 games from G2 is great. All 3 players really getting behind the ball, and they're winning so many more 50-50s than Ghost.
There we go. That's the second goal secured by Rizzo for G2. I saw around the back as well, Chicago, I think, was going for a bump here. Didn't quite get it, but it then meant Memory was in a very awkward position. Again, under the ball. Both goals have come from Memory just being under the ball, not being able to get a decent hit or be in a good position to get a decent hit. And that's what's letting them down at the moment. Their positioning is not ideal on the side of Ghost when they're being defensive. And our 2 goals separates Ghost and G2. G2 looking very confident to go forward into day number 2.
Yeah, G2 are definitely looking at the stronger team this entire series. Ghost just need to spread out a bit more. They need to stop bunching up in defense and try to get some of that pressure out. That's a good pinch. That's a good pinch save though. So, just do one of those, smack it into their goal. You laugh.
The thing is, we shouldn't see as many close pinch saves as we've seen. Now, they're always good to see, but it's like, okay, but what was leading up to that? Why did it get to the position where it needed to be a pinch save? Those are questions that a team like Ghost are going to need to ask themselves when they go down into that lower side of our bracket here. So the loser of this game is going to be going down into the loose quarterfinal. They're going to be facing whoever loses out of Helios or Aeriality.
At the moment, G2 just playing it very safe, composed. They're barely sending anyone into Ghost half. And if they do, it's a first man doing his thing, waiting for third man. They've got 2 people back, Chicago and JNaps.
Yeah.
And with that final clear, it does look very much like G2 have won this entire series 3-0. Very, very dominant performance from G2.
Yeah, G2, obviously the better team there across the board. I think everybody would have predicted them to be the better team as well. It's not too much of a shock. Ghost, though, not looking like they're out of it, to be honest. I mean, they took it to not too many goals but in each game. There wasn't really many sort of wipeouts, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's just G2 are fundamentally the better team. Anything Ghost can do, G2 can just do better. So congratulations to G2, you've made it through. Ghost will be playing whoever loses out of Helios or Aeriality. We are yet to see who that is. Let's have a quick look to see if we know who G2 are going to be facing. No, we don't know yet. We just know that they're through. We are going to